What's going on YouTube? So beside me is a very important truck, especially for the future of electrification and in the Chevy lineup. This is the 2024 Chevrolet Silverado EV. This is the full electric Silverado with over 400 miles of range. It's over $100,000 and it's going to have a lot of power and a lot of capability. So we're here at the Chicago Auto Show and we're going to do a first look video, so let's go ahead and get into it. Alright guys, so we'll start out with the exterior design of the Silverado. We have a really neat design. Of course, this is going against stuff like the F-150 Lightning, so this has to have a very cool and unique design. Also, it's kind of going against the Hummer EV. They're similar price points, and of course they're full electric pickup trucks. So up here in the front, let's talk about what you're going to get. You are going to have some traditional Chevy elements, but you will notice that we have a full light bar across the entire front. We have our Chevy bow tie emblem here. It's also going to be illuminated, and as you can see, we have really cool animations going on in these headlights. These aren't just standard LED headlights. These are going to be cool LED headlights with animation. If you come over here, you'll notice that we do have some more elements going through here, and then we're going to have our actual headlight component down in this bottom area. Then if we drop down some more, you will notice that all of this lower area is going to be a nice black shiny plastic. This particular model is the fully loaded RST First Edition, so keep in mind that this is going to have a sticker price of a little over $105,000. Now, an electric pickup truck wouldn't be complete without some nice wheel options, and I think you're going to find that on this Silverado. So these are 24-inch alloy wheels. I really hope these make it to the production version of the Silverado EV because these are awesome looking wheels. As you can see, they're not like a hubcap or anything. These are alloy wheels. They have a lot of contrast elements. I've never seen a wheel this big before in person, and it looks absolutely phenomenal. And then coming up, all of our wheel arches are going to be a nice shiny painted plastic. They're not a matte plastic. Our mirrors are going to have a nice black finish to them, as well as the roof. So we do have a two-tone roof for the Silverado EV model. You're going to notice we have these running boards right here. They are fixed on this particular tester. And then coming down, you'll notice that we have almost like an avalanche element here where it kind of flows down. Gives you a little bit of Chevy influence from their past products. And then coming around to the rear design of the Silverado. Now, of course, you're going to have a lot of really cool elements. No exposed exhaust outlets, of course, because this is a full electric pickup truck. But we're going to have full LED taillights, as you would expect. I assume these also have animations as well. It's just cycling on and off because this is a pre-production model. Now, as far as the bed is concerned, we're going to have Chevy's multi-flex tailgate, as you would see on the current Silverado, which is going to have a lot of different functionality. I'm not allowed to touch it right now, but I can show you in just a second. And now we've got the bed down, so you can see what's going to be included back here. There's a lot of cool stuff going on. So this is the multi-flex tailgate. You've seen this before in other products, but this is, of course, very unique to GM trucks, and it's very useful. As you can see, we have this configuration right here. You can also have, the one where you have your laptop up on the top, or just the bed extension. And then as far as the bed itself, we're going to have a nice finishing back here. I'm also noticing that we have quite a few power outlets here on the left side, but guys, let's talk about the big deal with this bed. We have this area right here. We can actually fold down the rear seats and have it flow all the way into the cabin. I have never seen this before on any truck. This is called the multi-flex mid-gate on the Silverado EV, and that is super neat. If you had a long piece of wood and it's not raining outside, you just fold that down and go all the way inside of the cabin. Now, as far as the tow rating is concerned, you're looking at a 10,000 pound tow rating for the Silverado EV. Now, we've opened up the charge port, so you're probably curious. This is an electric pickup, so it's very important, the range as well as the power figures. We're looking at up to 400 miles of range for the Silverado EV. As far as the horsepower, you're looking at 664 horsepower, 780 pound-feet of torque, which is good to get this giant truck, heavy truck, up to 60 in 4.5 seconds, which is pretty darn impressive. All right, and we are looking inside of the Silverado EV. Now, unfortunately, we can't get inside and touch things because this is a pre-production model. If you didn't see in the video title, this is a 2024 Silverado. So this is in the very early stages of production. So all of this stuff is just very rudimentary, but we do have a really good look at what this is going to look like in general. As you can see, this is a very luxurious place to spend time. I've never really seen a Silverado that looks this nice, and let's break down some of the elements first. So let's take a look at the seats. What you're looking at here, we have just some different materials. I'm not allowed to touch it, but we do have leather in the middle. We also have an ActiveX material on the outside edge, and we're going to have red piping throughout, as well as some red and blue stitching. So that's a really nice look, and it's also going to be the same way for this center console area. Now, as far as other things that I want to point out, you're noticing these two big displays. This is, of course, the big focus of this cabin is the tech, because this is an electric pickup. It has to compete with the likes of something like an F-150 Lightning. Right here is a 17-inch infotainment system, and it's going to be running wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, and it also appears to be a very advanced version of Chevy's infotainment system. I'm sure they will have its own version for the Silverado EV, and it has a extremely good resolution. As you can see, the graphics are absolutely amazing, and we even have a volume knob integrated within in nice glass, kind of like the Mach-E. Now, you're also going to have digital gauges in front of the driver here. Also, once again, excellent resolution and great graphics. We're also going to have a 14-inch head-up display, which I know you won't be able to see on camera. Now, as far as other things, the steering wheel is going to be a really cool design, has the RST branding. You're also going to notice that we have these sensors right here. That is for the Super Cruise system, which will be available on this Silverado EV. And then finishing off the cabin, we have a full moonroof here. It does not appear to open. It's just a fixed piece of glass. And then we're also going to have an Alcantara headliner. But let's go ahead and check out that Frunk. But check this out, guys. You're not used to seeing this in a pickup truck. It has a Frunk, and not just any Frunk. This is a massive Frunk. And it's also power, so that's a really cool element. So as far as the space in here, of course, we don't have specific figures. This is a pre-production version. We will see those later on when this vehicle comes closer to production. However, I can just estimate, I would say at least 10-ish cubic feet of space additional up here in the front. You definitely fit your groceries, maybe a few household items that don't fit in the bed, or if you have people in the cab. And I mean, this is a pickup truck. You're going to have lots of space anyway, so this is just a really nice touch to see. We're also going to have a household outlet, it looks like, on the left side. Now, as far as the availability, this is not going to be available for about a whole nother year. Production of this fully loaded RST version will be fall of 2023. And if you're curious about the pricing, the work truck will start at $39,000. This RST fully loaded model is going to start at $105,000 though. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel already, we would really appreciate that. Please hit that subscribe button down below. Also follow us on our other social medias like TikTok and Instagram, and we'll catch you next time as we sample more of the latest automotive delicacies.